All right, hi everybody. What we are doing today is we're going to make a coffee art. And for that, the stuff that you're going to need is, so you'll need the paper, a sheet, you'll need certain brushes. So if you have a flat brush, you can use that. Or if you have a round brush, you can use that one as well. Okay? What I'll be doing, I'll be alternating between the flat brush and the round brush. Okay? So whichever brush is available with you, you can use that. The next thing that you need is a pencil and an eraser. So if not already got it, you get it. Get your pencil and eraser ready. The next thing that you need is a color plate for mixing the color. You can also use a regular plate if you want. A regular plate in which you can mix the colors. Okay. Then I'm using some sort of a coffee. You can use any coffee, any pouch coffee that you have. Any coffee that you have. And a bowl with water, some water. Do we have everything ready? Yeah. So first thing that you have to do is grab your pencil. Yeah, everybody's ready? Now, with the pencil, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to draw a line freehand, just like this, on the center, almost on the center of my page. So you can see this particular line that I have drawn, it has divided my page into two halves. I have an upper half, this is my upper half, this is my lower half. Okay. Now, on this line, let's mark 2 points. So just approximately mark 2 points so that this central piece is the largest one. Okay. Just approximately just mark any 2 points on your line with a good gap. It should be at least this big of a gap. At least 6 finger gap, at least. So you can measure it with your finger like this. You can put 4 and 2 more. At least 6 finger gap. Okay, so what I have done, I have made 2 points. Now, on those 2 points, I'm going to make a oval. So let's start drawing from this side and on the other side of the line as well. So what we have done, we had a straight line on which we marked 2 points. On that, we are drawing a oval. So now let us double this particular oval. So we're just going to draw another oval right over it. Okay. So we're just doubling these lines and leave it from the side. Okay. Just leave some gap here. Do not draw here. Rest of it, you can double it. So same goes on the upper side. I'm just drawing it. I'm just doubling it from the sides. And here I've left a gap. Okay. Perfect. In this gap, what we're going to do is, let us draw the 2 handles. And this we are going to draw in this shape. So what I've done is just drawn a straight line, then slightly turned it on the edge, another straight line, again turned it on the edge and joined it back. It's basically like a handle that you're trying to draw. Let me draw it on the other side as well. A straight line, then slightly curved on the edges, and again, let's join. Okay, now this time on the inside of it, just see first before drawing. So to make a closed square, okay, with the round edges, of course, but a closed square like this. Same goes on the other side. Here as well, I'm putting a square in the shape here. Okay. Okay. So now let's begin drawing. Now we are going to draw. We already made a tray onto which we are going to put some kettles, some jars, and certain cups. Okay. So before that, you're going to erase this line, the central line, only up to the tray. Okay. Do not erase it further, just inside of the tray. We're going to erase this line. Okay. Now, on this side, I'm going to place a cup. cup and a plate. For that, let's draw a small line. So this line has to be drawn somewhere near the central line that you just erased. So it should be right here. Somewhere near the central line that you just erased, you have to draw a very small, tiny straight line. Onto this line again, you have to draw a oval. Everybody? So here's what you have to do. On this side, you have to keep the margins really close, okay? And on the other side, you have to make it slightly broader this way. On the lower side, it has to be close. On the upper side, it has to be a slightly wider. Okay. Now, let's draw a cup in here like this. So I have a small base from where I am pulling two lines upwards in this way. All right. Now let's draw a plate right underneath it. So just going to draw an oval structure like this. Okay. Now, the cup has to have a handle. So let's draw the handle. So this I am drawing here, right here. Okay. And then you can, if you want, you can double it like this. You all are ready with the cup? Everybody? Yeah. Okay. Now, again, we have to grab our eraser and erase the central line that we drew for the cup. Okay. Now, let's draw the kettle. So for the kettle, what you have to do is start. So the kettle is placed right behind your cup. Okay. So what you have to do is from behind your cup on the tip here, you can start and you can draw it like this. One side. On the other side, you're going to just now, let's draw the circle. From one tip of the cup, what I have done, I've drawn a circle, half circle in fact. And the next thing that you have to do is from this tip, draw a straight line, very small one, and then another circle, this time on this side. Yeah. What I have done from this tip, I have drawn a circle, half circle. Then I drew a straight line, smaller one, and I've drawn another half circle. And I've left some gap on the top. Okay. All right. Now on the top, let's join these 2 points with a circular line that is going deeper like this. Now let's put a lid onto a kettle. So for the lid, I'm going to draw like this. Okay. Now, again, let's grab the eraser and erase these 2 lines that are falling right in center of your kettle. Okay. Now, we're going to work on, a kettle needs 2 things. We're going to work on a handle and then we're going to need a nozzle from which you can pour the tea. Okay. So first, let's work on the handle on this side. So it goes similar to the way that we drew for cup, but it has to be a bit larger. Look like this. Again, the tip has to be broader. So one loop that you make similar to the one that we made for cup, another one, and then you turn it around on the edge. Now let's just draw the nozzle for this kettle. For that, you're going to start. So on this part of your kettle, you have to start below the half and draw a nozzle like this. And the other part like this. Here. And a tiny little circle on the top. Okay, now we're going to need 2 more things on the tray. We need a small jug and what do you say? And that particular bowl in which you keep sugar, right? So first let's draw the jug. Right near my kettle, I'm going to draw a small line like this. And near the nozzle, I'm going to draw another line, and this time it has to be a slightly bigger line than this one. So I have two lines, one which was below the nozzle, one which was right near where my nozzle was opening. Okay, so drawn two lines. This one is a slightly bigger line, and this one is a smaller one. Now what you are going to do is, again, let's make an oval here. Okay. On this side, what you're going to do is just going to join it almost by a straight line like this. But on the other side, this is what we are going to do. We're going to draw a curved line. So from the tip, I'm going to take it inside, and then I turn it outwards and join it to the central, to the lower line. So you have to draw it in a slightly curved way. Go inside and then bring it outside. Okay. Again, let's erase these two lines on the center. Now let's draw the handles to this jug. So I'm drawing a handle in here. And I'm going to double it. Now on this side, first let us draw a straight line like this. Another straight line. Okay. Now you have to draw a slightly slant line like this. And then again, we're going to add a straight line. So a slightly slant line like this, and then again a straight line. Okay. Now let's join from the top. So here I have joined with a slanting line. I have doubled this line. And on this side, I have drawn a straight line and I am doubling it. Okay. From the top now, this point, and let's draw a semicircle and join this point, this end to this end. And on the top, let's make a lid. Right. This was the drawing that we were supposed to make. Now what we are going to do is do the colors. Okay. So once we do the coffee colors, it will look way more interesting than it's looking right now. So let's pull everybody. We're going to need a coloring plate in which I have put some coffee granules, and I'm going to start adding some water. So obviously, if you want to make a darker color, you're going to add more water, right? And less coffee. So sorry, it went the opposite way, sorry. So if you want a darker color, you're going to add more coffee, right? What I'm going to need first, I'm going to need a dark color. So let's add some water to this coffee. And I'm going to use this color to start painting the lower half of my painting, okay? So here's what you have to do. Okay, because the coffee color gets dried very fastly, what you have to do is to keep on adding some drops of colors if your coffee gets starting to get dry, okay? So if it starts to get dry, you can add another drop of water, but just do not flood it with a lot of water, okay? Just one drop at a time. What you have to do is just go up to the central line, okay? Do not go beyond it, just up to the central line. covered the lower half. So what I have done, I have already painted the lower half with the coffee. Now, in the upper half, I need a lighter shade of the coffee. Okay. For that, what you'll do, you'll add some more drops of water into the coffee concentrate, and you're going to, with a very mild hand, just simple strokes. Do not make it very dark, very simple strokes. Do not double stroke any area, just single strokes, and we are going to leave it like that. You can see in here, there is a gradient, okay? This one is darker and the one that I'm doing on the top is lighter. You have to be very careful when you are painting around the art. So you have to be very careful around this kettle and the jugs. So be very careful in here. Do not fill inside of them. But don't worry if you fill it slightly, don't worry. We're going to fill the same color inside of them. But just try and be careful, do not spill, okay? Again, everybody who's working with the coffee, get a good amount of coffee and add just very tiny 2 to 3 drops of water to it. All right, so here we go with this darker color, and with a round brush, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill out in the central area. Here I'm just filling color in the tray. So one thing that you have to make sure is this has to be a dark color. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you how to color inside of these 4 things that we have. I'm just going to show you one, okay? And then what you have to do is you have to complete it and then take a picture of it and share it with us. Done? I'm just going to show you one, that how to make it, and you're going to fill out colors in rest of them. So first of all, what you have to do is make an outline. So I'm going to choose this kettle, and on the kettle, I'm making an outline like this. You can see I'm using a darker color to make the outline. Yeah. Once you're done with the outline, you're going to use a lighter color and fill inside. Once you're done with the coloring, what you can do, if the outline is not that visible, you can outline it using your black marker pen or black sketch pen, okay?